Welcome back. Now this. Officials are calling the deaths of Gene Heckman and his wife suspicious as a search warrant affidavit reveals their bodies showed signs of mummification. The couple was found at their home in Santa Fe, New Mexico on Wednesday. A maintenance worker grew concerned after not seeing the couple for 2 weeks. Here's part of the 911 call on that night.
Are they breathing?
I have no idea. I'm not inside the house. It's closed. It's locked. I can't go in. But I see them. She's laying down on the floor from the window.
Now, police say that Gene Heckman was found in the mudroom of the home. His wife, Betsy, was found in a bathroom in the home. An open prescription bottle of pills were seen scattered on the countertop. One of the couple's dogs was found dead inside a bathroom closet in its crate. 2 other dogs were found alive on the property elsewhere. There are no signs of a gas leak, but police are still not ruling out foul play. Joining me now is former FBI Assistant Director, former FBI agent and attorney, Chris Swecker. Chris, this story is a mystery. What is your reaction to this tragic case?
Yeah, good morning, Maria. It really is a strange case, a strange set of facts for somebody as iconic as Gene Heckman. So, you know, there are some things that bother me. You just heard the security guard say that the door was locked, but the search warrant affidavit says the door was open. So that's interesting. Is there somebody lying? Two people dead in the same house for a long time, long enough to get mummified. That probably explains why the dog died in the cage and the other dogs were okay. So that, you know, a lot needs to be done here. Toxicology is going to tell the story. The autopsy and the toxicology reports are going to tell the story here, and I guess we're just going to have to wait for that.
So, okay, so the toxicology report will tell us if, in fact, there was carbon monoxide or if there was something else, right? Is that what you're saying? What specifically does mummification mean?
Yeah, toxicology will tell a story. I've seen this before with carbon monoxide, where it's no outward signs, and then they find something that was malfunctioning. The mummification, if you look it up, I mean, in a dry climate like New Mexico, your body can become extremely wrinkled, mummified, and it's, you know, it's very interesting. The time period is kind of broad, but the time period can be months. It's not measured in weeks, based on what my sources tell me and research. So they had been there quite a long time, and that begs the question: why wasn't anybody checking in on them? And there's no sign of foul play in the sense that things were ransacked or things are obviously missing here, but it sure is. It sure is suspicious that 2 people die at the same time in different parts of the house, roughly the same time period. There were some pills, as everyone knows. Everybody's probably read about it. Maybe Gene Heckman died of natural causes, and maybe she took the route of suicide. We'll just have to wait for the toxicology reports on this.
Well, I mean, look, Gene Hackman's kids said that, yes, he was 95, but he was a strong 95. So, there's that. And I'm also questioning why the dog was in the crate in a closet. Who puts the dog in a closet?
Yeah. And 2 other dogs are not crated.
Right.
So, and they're the ones that survived. I guess there was a doggy door. Definitely suspicious circumstances here. And, I think the police the investigators are right to not put something out there to stake out a position. I read the search warrant affidavit. There's nothing really, all of what we know is from the search warrant affidavit. Okay. And I still don't understand the door wide open the way it was, and this security guard says, well, the door is locked.
Yeah, that is an inconsistency that we need answers on. All right, before I move on to the FBI, let me just get your take. When do you expect the toxicology report? What would be, practical timing?
Yeah, in a routine case, it could be months. Oh. In this case, I'll bet we get it within a week or so. It doesn't go quickly, but I've dealt with toxicology reports that are extremely frustratingly slow.
Okay. Chris, let me ask you about the FBI, because Attorney General Pam Bondi is sending a note to FBI Director Kash Patel. She sent the letter yesterday after phase 1 of the Jeffrey Epstein files came out, but they stopped short of releasing the client list. Bondi is asking for thousands of additional pages. She tells the FBI she wants those pages delivered to her office today by 8 a.m. That's in 15 minutes. The document dump included a list of names from Epstein's contact book. Now, this is just his contact, so it doesn't really tell us much. I mean, anybody can have anybody's contact in their Rolodex, but it included former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg. It included former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. It included Ivanka Trump, several members of the Kennedy family, celebrities like Alec Baldwin and Michael Jackson were there. None of the contacts are accused of any Epstein-related crimes. But allegations against Epstein originally surfaced, as you know, in 2005. He was arrested in 2019, and he died in prison. Coincidentally, all the cameras were off, apparently, when he died in prison, Chris. What's your reaction to this story?
Yeah, well, honestly, in the overall scheme of things, it's a bit of a distraction. You know, there are a lot more important things going on in the FBI and across the world these days. But I am very much in favor of this transparency movement. I can't wait to see what happened with the Hunter Biden case and why the FBI couldn't make a case with $19 million moving through 20 bank accounts, et cetera. But, what my mind goes to as an attorney is if they withheld those documents from their own Justice Department, what's going to happen in the Maxwell appeal? Because if they withheld documents from DOJ, they probably withheld them from the court as well. So my concern goes to not about all the salacious details, which will be interesting, but more about the court case that still remains, and that could be enough to overturn a case if they withheld documents from the defense.
Yeah, I agree with you on the Hunter Biden thing as well, by the way. I mean, if we're going to go in and get the Epstein files, why aren't we learning more about all that money moving through Biden's family members? I guess they got away with it since Joe Biden pardoned everybody, but he didn't pardon himself, did he?
No, and I'd love to see some people thrown in front of a grand jury now that they're not exposed to criminal charges. Now we can get the truth out of them, too, plus the documents, because I think something very nefarious went on there. Then they clearly pulled back on the reins and blocked the FBI from investigating that case.
Yeah, they sure did. Chris, it's great to get your take on all of this. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, Chris Swecker joining us.